they weren't lying when they said the song is gnarly. So Katseye just put out a song called Gnarly. If you haven't heard it, go listen to it before you watch this video, because that's basically all I'm going to be talking about. But more so it just as a concept, because I feel like I've been seeing it kind of a lot, not even just in K-pop, but in Western music too, where I feel like because there's so much music, obviously, and there has always been so much music produced, but especially now where like it's so accessible and it's so easy for, not so easy, but it's a lot easier for anyone to make music. Like you can get your hands on whatever to be able to create something, whereas like before you kind of weren't able to do that. Like you had to have a proper team backing you up. Gnarly is just a prime example of a song that so desperately is trying to be unique in this really saturated landscape, but it just ends up being bad. Like there are a lot of songs where I'm like, you know what, I don't enjoy that, but I can see the artistic vision behind it, I can appreciate it as music. Feel like they're trying to do like kind of like a Charlie XCX type of sound, but it's not working because it's not authentic to them. And that's like another one of my biggest problems choosing these concepts, especially in K-pop, which I know I don't think Katseye is technically K-pop, but whatever, they're in that realm. They end up just choosing whatever concept is popular, whether it's Charlie, whether it's Tyla, but it doesn't work because it's not authentic to that group. Like you're not getting any of the actual creativity and especially talent out of these singers because you're forcing them into almost like a genre that they're not good at. And this is kind of the same thing that happened with Fifth Harmony, like literally the exact same thing. Those girls have amazing voices, but because they were put into Fifth Harmony where they were forced to sing a certain type of song in a certain type of genre, like which was pop, it just sounded so bad. And you're like, damn, they can't sing, but they actually can sing. That's just not the style that they, you know, are good at. If they had actually taken the time to like get to know those girls and what they want to do and include them in, you know, the creation of the music, it would have sounded so differently. But because they kind of just forced them into that, you're like, oh, this is a hot mess. It's the exact same thing with Katseye. It's the exact same thing with Katseye, and you cannot convince me that that song is good. The lyrics are trash, like literally so bad. I like can't, I get camp, like I know they're like, oh no, it's camp, that's the vision, you just don't get it, it's bad. And then on top of that, it's like the song is 2 minutes, no bridge, no singing, no actual singing, it's just like shitty talking over a beat. And that's the thing, it's like the beat is actually good. Like I actually think that the backtrack is good because I mean, I don't know, whoever made it, I guess, put their artistic talent into it, but it didn't mesh with any of the girls because they probably had, you know, no input on it. Or you know what, I'm sure they actually do like the song because they think it's cunty or they think it's good or whatever, which is like fine, whatever, but you can't force the public, you can't force this upon the public. And I feel bad because I was on Reddit and I saw a lot of people say like, we waited for Katseye and like waited for this, like this is what we were waiting for, like this is not music. It might be one of those songs that grow on you. I can see how, you know, it might be like if you keep listening to it, you're like, oh, that's stuck in my head. But the music video was great, you know, I will never fault them on that. I don't know if they thought they were having like a Beyonce moment where they're like, you know what, we can take this really weird beat and like make it cool and make it sound good, like with Single Ladies, because you know that shit, if you listen to the actual backtrack, you're like, that is crazy to sing over. But that's what she did because she's a singer. She was like, you know what, I'm gonna take this and add my own spin to it. Whereas Katseye in this Gnarly song, it's like, what, like who is this even embodying? Like I don't see it fitting any of the girls. I'm like, I don't understand like where this vision came from, that like now all of a sudden they're this type of artist. And that's why again, it feels so inauthentic. With Charlie, okay, her music is a little hard to digest sometimes. Like, not gonna lie, if I'm listening to the beginning of track 10, I'm like, I don't really see what everyone is seeing in this song. But as you listen to it, and if you listen to all of her music as a whole, it's virtually all the same because it's all in her style. It's all in her own artistic vision. So it's cohesive. Katseye, if you're listening one song to the next, bro.
I was waiting at the phone
crazy. It doesn't make any sense. And I'm all for experimenting. I'm not saying like, oh, if you pick a certain vision, you have to stick with it your whole career. But like, come on. Same thing with like Le Sserafim. I know a lot of people will not tolerate the Le Sserafim slander, and I'm not like trying to slander them as a group, but they're just like a really good example because their discography from one song to the next makes no sense. And again, Crazy has almost the same like it's almost the same type of songs because it's like trying so hard to be camp and unique and like, ooh, look at us, we're different. But I know that there's probably a lot of people who disagree with this, which is totally fine. But like, I don't know, for me, I kind of like to see an artist's personality shine through their music, or at least like even the point of their life that they're in at that moment. So for example, if you listen to a song, okay, let's take Ariana for example. If you listen to a song from hers, Dangerous Woman era, those songs in that album are literally exactly who she was at that time. So it's authentic to her at that time period. That doesn't mean she's making the exact same music now, because Eternal Sunshine is completely different. But again, it's authentic to her now. But like, if you look at some of these other artists that I'm talking about, you're not gonna see that, because it's gonna differ from literally 1 month to the next. And that's how you know it's like, it's not even reflective of the point in their life that they're at, type of thing. I can respect aespa because I feel like their music actually does have more of a cohesive theme to it, and therefore it feels a little more authentic to them and what they like. I don't know necessarily how much input aespa has on their music comparatively to other groups, but for me it doesn't feel like, okay, they're putting on a gimmick, this is their shtick. And again, it's not even just K-pop that does that, because honestly I feel the same way, and I love Sabrina Carpenter now, but I feel the same way about Sabrina. Like, it really feels like she is playing into this shtick, and this is the one facet, one-dimensional part of her personality that we get to see. You know what I mean? Like, this is not authentic to her, although she does look like she's having fun doing it. So, you know, who knows? Just wanted to rant about that. That was kind of stupid, but let me know what you think down below. Do you like the song? I'm just kidding. If you do, let me know why. I'm gonna put a poll actually on our community page, because I'm kind of curious just in general, like if people are fucking with the song, or if it's just like, oh, I like Katseye, so therefore it's I'm not afraid to say if the song is bad, even if it's from an artist I love. And like, I know that offends people and people can't fathom that, but like, genuinely, I'm not saying this because I hate Katseye. I'm not a fan of them either, but it literally has nothing to do with that. It's just like if I like it or not. Like, there are plenty of BTS songs where I'm like, this is terrible, and like people get mad when I say it, but like, it's not, I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. That's all I have to say. Bye.